there is no hope for Nigerian basketball players, both men and women at the moment, to play in the national team because one, you do not have the structure, you do not have the games, you do not have the technical ability to compete with the very best in the world. So that is the fact, really. So you still need to rely on those boys. And what are we saying? Treat them well.
What a fantastic game you've had. Walk us through your process. How did you do it? Now
coaches who have won league with some clubs may not even have a signed contract. They are just there.
Coach, how do you do as a loser that you are?
Or when you have a
coach be like come on your teeth.
Following Balogun is a player we've celebrated so well. I mean, he's fantastic. He got the card, yes. Was it deserved? No. We have seen players who've gotten cards that were not deserved. If you have the political will, the firepower, the legal teams that can pull out some stops and ensure that, you know what, this is our best players, giving up 3 goals so far. He cannot be suspended in the other game, and you activate your plan and you're able to deal with it. It's good to go. Belgian Football Federation are angry. UEFA, they brought out a statement to say that no, this is not done anywhere in the world. When the coach Mauricio Pochettino mentioned at the press conference that they will appeal the red card, they had to call in the man who is funding him, literally speaking. I mean, the man responsible for sourcing funds for the
Just say
US Soccer Federation to get money to pay Mauricio Pochettino. When he heard about what Mauricio Pochettino thought, okay, fine, we can actually make do with this. What did he do? He spoke to the Soccer Federation. They brought out their legal people and, of course, called the president. And the president said, you know what, I'll give you all the legal thing that you need. And what happened? They went through the FIFA disciplinary committee, and the committee looked at their appeal and said, okay, actually, it was actually a wrong decision. You know what? Let's give him a suspended, suspended game.
Is a suspended game or a suspended ban? Okay, to you people of God and people of sports, let's make it simple and nice. It is not raining in Lagos every time right now. It's a new month, it's July, and we are on the sunny side of the world. This is the only show, my people, where we say we get to celebrate sports with a slice of sass, and we celebrate the best of Africans, especially Nigerians. My name is Chief Swat, the energy chief Olorugun one and they call me, can I get a what? We try. Welcome to the Cece and Chief Swat show, and Bio the gorgeous. Oh my hand. So you be like, I'm going to meet my Lord. I don't tell you stop that thing. I'll pinch your hand. Is there money? You will not do that money? Thing that you
know you're always busy making money. So that's I like holding the hand.
I love when you say I'm busy making money. Oh my hand, where?
Yeah.
Baby,
that's what I'm doing.
My darling girl. It's half of the year. Half of the year.
Half of the year. Wow. 6 months gone by.
6 months gone by you.
But we're still in 2026. That's the most important thing.
What's the coolest part for you this half of the year that has passed? Like,
it's been crazy, really. The fact that I got to start this podcast with you is one thing, number one. And then number two is the fact that things have just been like really smooth in terms of our sports in Nigeria. You know, we are not
at
the
smooth.
FIFA World Cup. Yes, it's smooth. I mean, there are some years that like protests everywhere, different federations.
Because people are tired. Who never shop, not be protest. Who they worry you?
Okay, maybe federations fighting over each other, and then no preparations. Everyone shouting
election
no money,
is coming.
Being missing out of competitions and everything. So we are not having that. So I think that's the plus, really. I mean, Commonwealth Games coming up, and athletes, already in camp 18 days before tournament starts. I mean, it's looking good. The only one I would say, Super Falcons of Nigeria is WAFCON month. We're still not seeing activation or anything coming up. Sometimes you just want to see that. So I think that's the only downtown for me. Super Eagles didn't go to the World Cup. Yes, we've gotten over that already. But we are enjoying the World Cup, and there's so many history being made unprecedented decisions being made. So it's been lovely in the first 6 months of the year.
Yes. I don't know about you, but I've not slept well for the past 1 month.
Of course, you can't sleep well. 1 a.m., 3 a.m. games, 5 a.m. games.
Baba.
What do you expect? So you watch games from I started watching game 9 p.m. last night till 3 a.m. this morning. So
we don't do Brazil versus Norway. Check.
Don't wait for Brazil. Then you go to England. There is a way for England. And then you start thinking about the USA tonight again. So it's back to back and back. You running commentary, I do not envy you. I actually love my space.
You love your space.
All I need to do is watch, in and out. Enjoy, and comment.
And do short time. And you just do the analysis. Hello, guys. You're good.
Yeah, that's it. But that's what I love. But you get to stay all through the 2 hours and try to ensure that every moment is covered. How do you do it?
Not be only me. Not be the only thing. It's a team. Like, I won't lie you. I have to give shout out to those people that are in the different parts of the world.
Yes.
Whether it's the engineers, the technicians. This is rainy season. This rainy season has been tough when it comes to rerouting networks and making people get the broadcast. So when you do a global event on this level, this is the biggest we've had in Africa. Like say Nigeria qualify. I think many of you would have understood how big the World Cup is impactfully. I think on my beat, we have like 15 commentators, for instance, in that patch where they are doing commentaries, and it's different languages. We get to enjoy Fanti, Twi, Zulu, Sosa, Swahili and different. Yeah. It's really crazy.
Portuguese and all
and
of it.
When you are listening to these things in your ear, and you are watching the same thing and you're hearing different languages pop in your ear, but you realize, say, all of us, they feel the same thing. For instance, with sports,
same energy,
the same Aurora, same Messi, the same thing that you saw. People experience it in so many ways. So when you hear people describe it in different languages, I'm like, wow. Sports really unites us. It's the big unifier.
It is.
And I won't lie you, I think sports has been the highlight for me this year so far, because it's been one of the things that opened my world. So the first half of the year has been amazing. It has been crazy, but like my girl, you said, this podcast has been one of the things I really love, because I get to see you every week, at least. Before now, only call with a call. But now we don't get choice. We go see every week. We call Tatafo. For you that's watching, I want to say thank you, by the way, for coming through and being part of the community, the energy. We have a thought in mind that one of these days we'll keep that detail in. We have a thought in mind. It's like they're looking like that thief. We have a thought in mind that one of these days we're probably going to get a sit down and have some time to see a couple of us. Some of them, when we say they follow the podcast. It's the first female-centric podcast from this part for sports. So Cece and Chief Swore, we'll let you know the details for some of our NBC we want to hang out with. Just small hangout, maybe before we go to WAFCON, or maybe after the WAFCON, because of course we'll be there. That's so you already know that that's there.
You just don't have a choice. Sometimes you don't feel like going.
I'm not gonna lie you because it take they chop money where, but you know what? The stories are for us by us
to tell, to bring it out,
and we can't help but go. I just don't know if I have the voice after World Cup to go there. Mona carry NFF, Mona carry special number people go there. Mona carry supporters club go there for the guests of course. I no go lie you. I'm not sure say Morocco go let us make with the jump from journalist stand like the last time to come and be doing now our vacancies with this. So
that trekking you have to walk. That's why that trek was cross over. You have to come out of the stadium to walk all around the stadium and then get to where the supporters are.
Please, I'm a village chief. I can't be trekking up and down every time I want to go
your
there.
bead and everything.
My dear, I'll come there. Let's get into the order of the day.
Yes.
So happy second half of the year. First off, let's blow that horn. Let's blow it. If you made it to this side of the divide for this part of the year 2026, what do we tell you? You're very welcome. Thank you. Cece. So into the gist. This week, the past few days in sports has been really cool. You can follow Sports Fiber and catch the Cece and Chief Soul show on all our platforms, by the way. Like, subscribe, share. This is what we do here. We express ourselves in a good way. Now, Cece, talk to me. Nigerians, they showed out. Not as much as because the World Cup is going on, a lot of things they go on. But which Nigerian or African stand out for you this past week?
Let me talk about the basketball boys. We don't talk so much about them because usually the D Tigers are always the one in the news because of their outstanding performances so far. But then when you have the guys coming into this window in this first phase, when the 2027 FIBA basketball World Cup qualifiers started, the first phase started, D Tigers were 2-1. they lost 2 games and won only 1.
And lost the fans in Nigeria.
And then the fans started complaining, what is NBBF doing? We know NBBF, they've not, if
they've been fighting for election.
If I want to rate administrations of sport in Nigeria, I think I'll rate basketball 2 over 10.
You're nice.
2 is even good. I think I'll drop that to 1 over 10. So they've not really been good in terms of that. So, but the girls somehow find the resilience, find what they can do to always get the result. Now, it affected a lot of the guys, that some decided, you know what, we're not playing for the country anymore.
Yeah.
But then, MBBF president,
you want color? They always argue which one you be.
MBBF president decided to... decided to like, you know what, let me do something that Nigerians can at least maybe celebrate me or praise me, and know how to bring in David Fizell, you know, who has been with the Miami Heat, been with Phoenix Suns, been with the New York Knicks, you know, Memphis Grizzlies. So he's
Baba train LeBron, he follow they do all those kind of things.
He's a worst season coach, and the coach decided to, like, you know what, Nigerians who have not been playing for the country for a long time, you guys, let's come together and see what we can do. And these guys understand what it means to go to the World Cup, and the possibility of also going to the Olympics is also there. Stan Okoye has been the only one, the most consistent of all of them. Then the Iregbu brothers came back, Uche and Ike, and what a comeback they did for Nigeria, the dominance they did in all the 3 games Nigeria played. And now this first phase is over, but what did Nigeria do in this particular window? They won all 3 games. The first one was a bit slim against Tunisia.
Yeah, one point. It
was a revenge.
Former African champions too, for that matter.
3 points a game. They won that one. No, it was more like a revenge mission for them. And Guinea had been unbeaten since the first phase started. 4 games coming before they met Nigeria. And of course, what did Nigeria do? Nigeria beats Guinea by just a point, and people have been talking about how this is not our best performance. But what happened against Rwanda? I mean, Luanda was the ones hosted in Angola. It was a blowout. They won by 44 points. And it shows that, yes, they're arriving. They started small, and then the growth that happened all the way is what we're taking away from it. And the fact that you have Uche and Ike Ruegbu, you know, coming in the first game.
I mean, synergy.
The synergy, obviously. In the first game, Ike with Chimeze meant they contributed about game high 17 points each. Then you have the Uchena finishing with 13 points. But the other game, Uchena also took over, scoring about 14 points in that game. And then the final one, I mean, which was really a blow one for me, Uchena also orchestrated Nigeria offense performance, finishing with about 17 points and 7 assists. So in all of it, so that's why I'm giving it to the Iregbu brothers now, what they did for the D Tigers in this particular window. So give it up for the Iregbu brothers from Abia State.
Abia State. Wait, now Abia they rain these days. What worry? Let's all these sweet things for East now, Abia.
Produce.
Make a less OT give them statue. Don't say, oh, now that guy they give statue, they forget well. But
don't be so
credit to Fizell.
But then, I
like what he did, and I like the somehow, some way, you know, it was a conversation of camera. You clocked something, and I can't go check the research, sis. And you're actually right with that. One thing that our Nigerian Basketball Federation has been able to do in recent time, that to maybe they're not getting money, they'll just go row piece. They'll go row piece with who get big name. Say, look at us, a big nation, we have talent, and you're a big man, you have been doing things. Assistant coach here, assistant coach there, they do things NBA, blah blah blah. Can we do a symbiotic relationship? Can we work together? So that can we work together? That approach when we approach our top tier coaches, because I don't think we can afford to pay these coaches that we've had on our roster for the men, especially over the years. Whether it's Otis Hughley from the girls, it was difficult.
Mike Brown
when just win for inside New York Knicks. And funny enough, it also played through New York Knicks. And now you have a coach that, you know, worked on then Dwayne Wade, worked on Chris Bosh, worked on what's his face, LeBron the GOAT, as far as I'm concerned. And now you get boys when we say in work with you, when we say at the startup, like Chimeze Metu. And I think that was the pivotal thing that made Metu come back into the Metu, I like that guy, because when he first started, they go airport, they wait for basketballers then. The guy told them,
they used to come over here. I think
they used to announce those things. Like, they can't bring all those dancers. Oh no, never, yo. People call the dance and not job. The basketballers not sabi dance.
The thing is, I won't really blame the NBBF, because the economy economy of the country is actually changing.
So you know if you carry 20K, they carry drama, make them do.
It's not carrying them. It's bringing the boys down here.
Okay, to bring
so it's cheaper for them to just wherever they are fly into where they're going to be playing the games and stay there for like. Well, my grouse with them is, can you give these boys like 4 days before game start, not a day before. I mean, give them some time together.
They don't give their best work.
Tunisia coach was saying something when after they lost to Nigeria that when he saw the team, he was shocked. There's only one person he could recognize in the last window. So you had new players coming in. So it shows that yes, we've got the boys, we've got the players anywhere, everywhere in the world, because other countries are utilizing that. Cape Verde, for instance, we're talking about them before we started the podcast. Cape Verde, for instance, really don't have the facilities. Well, but what have they done? Administratively, they are stable,
man management,
they are consistent,
and they are.
They've been able to.
They say transparency in operation
and also integrity. So they've been able to.
So their players trust
their boys from around the world. As long as you have a little bit of the blood of in you.
As long as you have small.
No matter how tiny.
If your nanny was a Cape Verdean of sorts, they go drag you into.
So that's what they've been able to do, and they've been able to keep them together. So it's working for them. They may not have the facilities, they don't have the numbers,
but they are getting the results.
They are getting the result. So what we can do right now is, I'm not saying learn from them. I'm saying you can improve of what they've done. We're talking about transparency.
Pause.
We are talking about consistency.
Learn from them.
We're talking about you being able, yes, we can actually build facilities, right? We can. But then we know we can't rely on the home base athlete because of the level of basketball. For instance, on the 17 level, the USA haven't lost again, 58 straight wins. I mean, it's the 8th World Cup they've won on the 17 level. So you can't compete with those people. So you actually need athletes who are over there to compete. So at the end of the day, what do you do here?
Pause.
You build your structure here.
Wait, pause. So they tell me now, because I have to play devil's advocate on behalf of girls and guys when we say they also from here. They just do the MBFL, their league and whatnot, right? With the splitting the Upas, the Kingsmen and the others they do. Are you telling me now that for a national team duty, because the level of competition is so high, it might just be better to stick to what maybe the Athletics Federation is beginning to do more from the Football Federation is doing? Go and take the Nigerians outside.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know why it is? Do you know why it is the right thing to do at the moment? You haven't invested.
What does that say to the kids that are here?
That's what I'm saying. You haven't. So the only way you can actually get these players here to compete among the best in the world is to invest in them. Really, if you invest, we see what Marina too. She's from here. It was when she. We've seen Mojinato. We've seen what she's been able to do. She started from here. Now, how do you groom them? How do you groom them? It's very simple. You have your league running. You have a league whereby you have it in phases. Phase 1, 2 weeks. Phase 2, 3 weeks, and then you play the final 8, and that's it.
They do that short time abridged version for years.
The minimum games these boys play in a year, is it up to 30? No. We're looking at maybe 20 games. That's the highest they play in a year. I'm not even, what's 20? I don't even know. I'm trying to remember how many games they play. Sometimes 16. So that's what you play in a year. I mean, where you have players who play 80 games, 50 games, 40 games. So if you can give the Nigerian team a minimum of at least 40 games in a year, then we can start talking. But if you cannot give them that, so there is no point on you saying, oh, what is the hope? There is actually, the truth is, it is hard. There is no hope for Nigerian basketball players, both men and women at the moment, to play in the national team because, one, you do not have the structure, you do not have the games, you do not have the technical ability to compete with the very best in the world. So that is the fact, really. So you still need to rely on those boys. And what are we saying? Treat them well.
Cece. Truth is bitter, sha.
Yeah, it is.
This second half of the year, be like say, you not get time to waste. You're just pia. On behalf of us, we donate ourselves and say we apologize if you're a young athlete or someone that's here that's based.
Please, we are sorry, but
it's
that's
just what
the fact.
It is.
Yeah.
If we have to lie about it, you see the signs already. When was the last time they recruited somebody for the national team from the local? It's been very difficult.
Because even when the foreign-based players didn't come, what the other Abdurrahman Mohammed, what he decided to do, he brought in some players from here. But what happened in that first phase?
Fumble.
That's the thing. Because why? And how did they even get there? It was difficult. They arrived game day.
So can I say something?
4 hours before that time.
Also, that's a problem with all these our different federations. One thing that stood out for me for Cape Verde, right? A country of like 530,000 people. A country made of 10 volcanic islands. It's not like they even have proper, like you mentioned, not a proper structure for courtside. It's the mentality. So when I look around, all the big guys when get sporting vibes, whether not the Norway, yes, even the England, yes, but even Cape Verde, they don't get something. They call it the Creole thinking. So they don't create, just like saying Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
So when they put that thinking together, when they say it, it's like saying that this is who we are. Doesn't matter where we are, Yoish Kanai, like the Japanese. Good thinking, good product. They just have this, they have a mentality. When I look across Nigeria.
Don't we have it?
So what's our
We
Nigerian
have
mentality?
we have the, what's the, yes,
Gra-gra.
what's that? No, the Nigerian
Nigeria,
mentality
they carry
is,
last.
Yeah, hold on, wait. Yes, we don't carry last for some points. We don't go World Cup back to back.
We don't get last at Bekmo.
We know.
Not to me about that. People will get to
So when we talk about the Niger, there's a Niger spirit, really.
Yeah.
That the resilience, that's what we have. But sometimes it can't take you everywhere.
It's long suffering. It's
Yeah,
always
it's
like
long suffering. That's what I'm saying.
It's
So
embedded. It's not embedded in excellence. It's embedded in grace. You know what they call that Niger spirit? They don't switch on to grace. So you don't go write exam. I mean, you don't go write exam. You don't go school. You don't go learn. Then you can say grace. Grace.
No, now we know how grace comes. Now we know.
You
how
think say
grace
we
comes.
know?
No.
Nigeria
So
now.
that's why sometimes when I say Niger spirit is the resilience they have.
Okay.
Because if every Nigerian athlete, tell you his or her story
of
how they became who they are at the moment,
you'll
be like, nah God, oh.
God.
That's why a Nigerian player, when you're interviewing them, an athlete, anyone, you say, thank God.
Now the coach, now they tire me
pass.
Coach, tell me, coach. No, see. Today, I'm going to put some pepper into something. How you go say, coach? What a fantastic game you've had. Walk us through your process. How did you do it? Now good.
Yeah, because I mean,
oh boy, give me tactics.
Sometimes no.
See together, give me tactics. Give me tactics, Baba.
Sometimes this coach may not even have a written contract. Do you know that?
Even if you're not getting contract, Baba, why is it everything that God?
Now it will be it behoves you to know that coaches who have won league with some clubs may not even have a signed contract. They are just there. So it happens.
How the league and God resemble? I mean that contract.
What I'm saying is that because he feels he doesn't have the backup, he doesn't have most of the things available for coaches. But what happened? Now God do them. So you start with thank God. No, it's actually so that's why you won't blame them. First thing first, when you talk tactics, let me thank my God who ensured that this was possible. So that's the deal.
How many times have they talked tactics after they thank God?
No, they do. Most of them.
How many times now?
No, most of them.
Out of 5.
Because see, what you do, it depends on what you're asking the coach. Really, it depends on your question. Now, if you ask a coach, why did you make this particular substitution? How did the game change for you? That's when it's going to give you tactics.
That's true.
But if you don't ask the right questions, I know journalists now, come on now. Some will ask some very ridiculous question and you have to look at
ridiculous.
Like
you come make coach won't slap you. Say coach, I see what they say.
There's that face they make.
I no go call the person. They say, coach don't struggle finish. You they see the guy vein there for a forehead. He team just lose major advantage. Say such coach, how do you do as a loser that you are?
Or when you have a job,
coach be like, I forgot what you did. Even me when they
and then even when the coach want to talk tactics, the tactics go fly. It's left the head already.
I beg thank God for people like them. Electrical and Ijabo. Shout out to now. They help me. They enjoy.
No. They're actually trying, and that's why Monday Odige, the former better insurance coach. There are times you have to be really
that guy
hard
they
on
people
the journalist.
Yes, not taking before.
Because it's like, what the heck? Didn't you see the game? Why are you asking me this? So I don't blame him sometimes when he makes some reactions. Yes, you overreact.
And sometimes they'll come they tweak out because sometimes he will get online for his chat post match. I'll say, una wicked though. Now una finger this guy like this, make a para like this because there's someone that not touch her like that. The guy for not. But you know what? Let's talk about Nigerian excellence.
Yeah, the excellence. So that's what we are talking about. So now heading into the second phase, which is going to be the final phase, because 2 tickets is available automatically.
Yes,
you can get your 2 tickets available if you finish top of your group. It's very easy. How is it? Once you're able to do it, but for the Tigers to be able to do that, there's Cameroon waiting in the wings for them in that second half. There's South Sudan. There's South Sudan. Your Capo Verde. There's also Tunisia. So opening game is going to be against Cameroon. That's in August 27th. So followed by South Sudan, Cape Verde, and the others. So August February and March. So by then the qualifiers will be over. So August is the first window of the second phase. You have the second window in February and March. So that's how it's going to end. Of course, the top 2 automatic slots gets the ticket, and then there's a third place that will also join. And then if you don't get it, then you go to the continent and join the European Champions.
That's the way our footballers do.
Do you understand? So why not just get the pathway and see how many points you can get? The good news is the first phase that ended, you're carrying all your points into
what
the
we will carry from the first phase.
So
one will get 3 on 3. We'll go they get 1 out of 3.
Which is a good one. But then they're still on course to actually qualify for the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup. The D Tigers are still, if they continue like this, we will get a ticket to the 2027.
Let me not say anything. Rwanda is not South Sudan. Let me not say anything.
So there is a lot to look forward to, and big up to all the boys. I mean, and round of applause for going through this window.
Welcome back, Rebu brothers. Welcome back. I mean, come on.
I mean, a beautiful window, a way to actually get all your wins and had it soundly. So
I love it. Our girls will be doing the World Cup for the basketball in Germany just in September, and our boys, we are hoping that we get to enjoy Qatar. I go watch basketball for Qatar. I hear say things is sweet for there.
So I
go enjoy soft
why
life.
You not go like
why don't like better?
Please go to Germany in September. Try
September.
Yeah,
make we see how it go. Let's do fingers crossed like this. But we'll be rooting for them because we know they always give their best. Anyway, on to some other person when they give the best. When I go see video, I'm say we'll go drop from here. Somebody always says, you said Nigeria has a certain kind of spirit, right? So I think this young man is somebody that embodies it. One person that impressed me, I'll go to the part of athletics. We talked about him a couple of weeks ago. This was when he just equaled Olasoji Fasuba's record. And now we have another reason to speak on him from the Prefontaine Classic in Eugene. I like that Eugene Oregon because now then I be say our girl so global mission to get 12, right? 19 break world record. So that place is always favorable for Nigerians since that girl do that in the 21-year-old Auburn University star. 9.84 seconds. Now the guy just run for his debut professional race. The man just moved.
What a way
the
to
Korodu
announce
boy
yourself
just
to the
moved.
world.
Guy,
a professional.
Baba. And you see the thing about that is race for 100 meters.
Ajayi, why are you waiting for
they come? Wait,
King?
Now.
Okay,
wait,
okay.
Are they cook am?
Okay.
This particular Nigerian, you don't go call his name now. He beats current world lead Starboy from Jamaica, Oblique Seville.
Yeah.
He beats Starboy Coleman from America. In fact, he beats
Coleman.
Yeah, he beats 2 big Americans. Please, ladies and gentlemen, mothers and celestials, mamas and papas, if your hands are not too busy, please can we do a round of applause for Kaisola Ajayi, Junior Ajayi. That's a Starboy right there.
Can you put King before the name?
Hey, KK. King.
Yeah.
Make her put my cap where. I walk on my week for her before.
Yeah.
KKA. I like it. We come be like
KKA.
KSA. KKA.
KKA.
The
one who dusted everyone, just ensure that there's a social distance, not just the regular social distance.
From the start of the race.
Yes, from the start.
You know the thing about this boy? He talked before the race.
Yes.
A couple of days before, thereabouts. He was like, I'm built different. Director, may you put that video for them. He said, I'm built different. I'm built different. And I'm sorry, I used my pigeon rubble. I'm built different. I'm gonna worry you now. I'm built different. So the boy, when they talk people come. You know when you see a confident black man saying, I'm like this. They give me that Serena Williams and Venus Williams. When they say that they interviewed them, and then the journalist was like, oh no, why do you think you're special? And then the father had to step in and said, this person is confident enough in their ability to say, I am good. Your work is not to say you are not good enough. Yours is to shut up and let this person show working. And you know what? Kaisola say I'm good. They say it's not good. Who are you? You are just these small boys. NCAA. You are not taught to where the big boys there. He shoved them like biscuits.
Big boys. Diamond.
He teared them. See, the Oblique. He turned them to oblivion. And when he finished, all of them they breathe. Can you see the bounce? Not saying not so well before. Baba just they bounce up and down like Martina Bottle. He just
throw it out.
He try to come out.
987.
That's how you announce yourself.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Kaisola Ajayi. I mean it. This is a guy that had to lose back-to-back races in his juniors on the world stage. And he still got a scholarship finally after almost 2-3
years ago that he was playing football.
Good Lord.
Kevin carrying football.
You get
but what happened? Athletics, track and field.
This particular boy, he happened for our front in the space of 5 years.
Yeah.
This boy had so many downsides, and then he still managed to bounce. No, and so that we're rooting for you. We already know that if they go fit make them run for Commonwealth, we were supposed to get medal because we have
Commonwealth
boys.
Games. Let's see.
Yeah.
Commonwealth Games and still
Like this.
fingers crossed really for Commonwealth Games
Because-
to see if all these stars are there.
Ah.
I mean the 22 medals or the 20 medals or 16 medals
Ah.
that the National Sports Commission are hoping for.
Oh,
Not just, I mean, not
Ah,
medals.
put
I'm
this
talking
week where
about
make it
gold.
day.
They will definitely want to get that because the last performance in Birmingham was actually the best Nigeria ever had. About 12 gold medals after what happened in the Blessing.
I
But
just want
then-
to say something. When I look at the race and the way this guy don't grow, it's a 9.84 now, right? Seville, the fastest for the world currently, the big man in Jamaica is a 9.89. I feel like coordinate this boy well. You never can tell. Coordinate this boy well. I'm not saying he will break
And
the
even
record,
Christian
but
Coleman,
he
$9.95,
could break the record. And when I say the record, it's the Usain Bolt record.
I'm
I'm not even joking. I'm not even. It's the Usain Bolt record.
Up in there, that's what
That's
he's
true.
eyeing because
That's true.
already he's got. I mean, he's broken Nigerian record, national record at the moment. So this is a national record.
When the man
he's
is on
just
a roll, you let
so
him be.
We're looking at to see what Kinsella can do. So another athlete who also giving it up to
Give it
yes,
up.
yes, Eugene was brilliant. It was fantastic. But then when you're talking about Tobi Amusan, the hurdles, 100 meters hurdle, going in, since it was going to be Eugene, everyone was looking at Masai Russell and saying this is where she's going to break the record. But trust Nigerians, they all came out. Nigerians were praying that record cannot be broken. Rather, Tobi may just run that same record again instead of Masai breaking. But yes, she couldn't run the record. Masai won the race, but what happened? She finished second. I love the fact that consistency of 12 is what I'm happy about because it's
12,
not
12, 12. All our races have been 12, 12, 12. back to
but
back.
this time around it couldn't do that. 12-12. She clocked 12:34. Masai running was 12:24. So and then you have Charlton for third place 12:41. So the good thing is, yes, she didn't win the race, but
now why you saying that good thing? Congratulations, Masai.
Sorry,
Don't like enemy of
when
progress.
I mean good thing is, when I say good thing is, she didn't win the race, but then her record wasn't broken. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, that
Concerning Masai Russell, that everyone was saying this is Eugene, this is where records are made, this is where records are broken. But then it just didn't happen. So the world record holder is still and only Tobi Amusan. So Americans, get that into your head and understand that yes, that record is still with a Nigerian.
You see the thing I don't even like about this thing, it was even the build up for that race.
That's
the way they were hyping Masai.
Yeah, we thought.
See,
it
was even
that she could be able to break that record because of the time she was running.
If Oyibo hype player for you, you go think say your mama jollof na nonsense. You think say the soup when we say you dey chop for house, burger better pass am. If they do them, that's why we all need to be. Everybody need to hold their block. Yes. Hold your block, because there was nothing other than the fact that this girl has been running fast. She's not the first babe to run fast. What's the other girl that used to do head to head with our girl, Tobi? When used they run a race, normal race, but Americans finally get a hodler that is doing consistently, and the next thing she will break her record. She will break her record. She will break her record. You know what disrespect it is? Do you see Kai running and saying, I want to break Usain Bolt's record? Do you see what's his face? No, lie, say, I want to run and break Usain Bolt's record. They just run for the sake of running. Get them it? Can you just let the girl run? Now, call they give pressure to my girl. Unnecessary pressure. No worry. Tobi go change them again. If she vex where she go give her 12-10. Don't worry on her. Make it drop the number down. Make it, mama one on herself. But I appreciate say she was in the race. She did the second, a fantastic silver. She was unbothered. I've already won the world record. I win silver. I'll still chop my money, gather my points, move on to the next location and keep it moving. So I love that for her. Shout out to Samuel Ogazi as well. Still doing well in the 400 meters. Shout out to Echukwebeka Enekwechi for him. I didn't forget the name of that coach when we say trained the Usain Bolt and a few others. The guy when we say just died. The man that was the greatest. They call him potentially, some people call him the greatest athletics coach.
Things that you think wasn't possible that he made possible. Because people always say that you have to be in the colleges system to be able to make your mark.
He made Jamaica shine.
He
made Jamaica shine. That Jamaican coach when we say finish work went die recently. And honestly speaking, if you ask me why in Nigerian go they celebrate a guy that just recently died, I'll tell you, because a lot of people know they rate what they carry locally. Everybody wants to go abroad. Franno, Vincent Stephen Francis, he died at the age of 64. He just a day after celebrating his 64th birthday, he was very live and active. And honestly speaking, they call him probably the most revolutionized global athletics coach. As is, That makes Caribbean enter the limelight as well. And we'll say the world of athletics will miss you, sir. Vincent Stephen, Franno Francis, a lot of local grassroots coaches in Nigeria also refer to you as a senior man because now you show them what's possible. And that's why people like the Warriors of the world could train people like them, Ella Onujuewus from here. Same thing too for what's her face, what's this woman? This woman, when we say train this speaking, when we say they go to them team out there, God bless. So a lot of local coaches start having confidence because of this man, Franno Francis. So bros, may you rest in perfect peace, and thank you for your impact. You are not just a guy that was impactful in Caribbean, you're also impactful across the world. Now we dey wind up because I think the main gist one want gist today, we actually start for the beginning of the show. Which means that you get to enjoy the fact that we're celebrating other parts of other Nigerians and Africans that did well. So let's switch to football, the round leather game. We were here last week and we're dancing that 9 out of 10 African teams qualified to the round of 32. Unfortunately, only 2 NBC crossover. But wow, Egypt and Morocco.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I think when the World Cup started, like for Africans, right?
Yeah.
The thought was Senegal, Morocco. Those were the 2 teams we're looking at. No, people were really looking at Egypt. Not so much.
Nobody look Egypt to Senegal.
Not
Couple
so
battles
much.
on my mouth.
Yeah,
Continue.
not so much. And then with Tunisia's performance at the Nations Cup, and of course their qualifiers, you thought just maybe
Unbeaten.
they could pull out something.
They'll pull
But
out
after
something.
their performance at the Nations Cup, the hope was dropped a little bit. And of course, they were the first to.
Not be
get
that they
out.
change coach up and they
then
can't
you
go bring
have-
her very nice.
And then you have
Disgrace
South
us.
Africa leaving. Then what the most painful part was the nearly. That it seems when it's 85th minute, when it's 80th minute, they switch off, they get tired. So it's only Cape Verde who were able to carry on till the end. It took the world champions Argentina 2 extra time before they lost. So I think that's the only team.
Hold that.
home.
Do you know that for all the African teams,
Yeah.
Cape Verde was the only one that as you serve them, they serve you back. They didn't fold.
Yeah.
Others, when they score,
They folded. I
When
mean,
they score, they can't hold it.
Senegal's was the most painful aspect. How do you lead at 86th minute? You were still 2 goals up. All you needed to do just hold your own and then see how you can get it over the line. But somehow they just couldn't. So they ended up losing. DR Congo also opened up at the
Dr.
end of the
Congo.
day, and then they lost. Cote d'Ivoire was in, and then they lost. South Africa 92nd minute goal, and then they lost. So it's as if when you look at the way, the manner in which they crash out, it was really very painful. Yes, the Algerians were just the one who just they went into the game knowing that they would lose, and of course they lost. But every
those
other
ones,
team,
I believe those ones.
every other team that I mentioned, from Cote d'Ivoire to Senegal to
Cape Verde.
let take out Cape Verde.
They are different
to
animals.
DR Congo,
Yeah,
those
Dr.
3
Congo,
teams
those two.
just didn't have that extra edge. You always need that X factor for you to function, but then they didn't have that. England had the X factor in Hurricane, Bellingham, and those guys. And Gordon, whose crosses were
add Amadiallo
wonderful.
Shaw. They add Amadiallo.
Excuse
that
me.
guy was
Hey,
special. The problem was.
hold on.
Sister, I go wait.
Wait. I'm talking about world-class players.
Are you telling
How
me that
do you
Amadiallo
put
not be world-class?
Amadiallo and Hurricane.
Excuse you.
How do you even mention
It's
them in the
different
same
position.
bracket?
But Amadiallo did that
We are not
individual goal.
We are not having
Such a
we are not-
beautifully worked
Yeah,
goal.
what happened at the end of the day?
So the problem for
So
me
that's
was
what I'm saying. Staying true to the end. That's
so-
what matters. So if you don't have the X factor, you won't have someone to
I agree
actually
for that
bring
one.
it in.
I
So
agree-
that's
I agree
the
for that
point
one.
I'm making.
So
Hurricane came into the World Cup with how many goals? Please tell me and compare with Amadiallo.
no, please
did.
now.
So that's what
That's
we're
a different
saying.
position now.
So that's
Amadiallo
what I'm
na
trying-
supporter
that's what I'm
normally
trying-
now.
So when you were trying to put their names in the same bracket, so
But because of country, their performance.
it is not. No. Wait. Hold on. Wait.
I do
This
with-
one I will disagree with you.
They
Do
will now.
not mention Amadiallo and Hurricane in the same breath.
They not do
So
special
pause.
individual
So
beautiful
pause,
World Cup
pause,
goals.
Pause first.
Clutch
When you
goals,
mention
when-
Amadiallo, pause for like 10 seconds.
I pause.
Then you cannot mention Hurricane. So you know that they are not in the same class. Thank you very much for that. Okay, now go back to where we were talking
Can
about.
I say
now.
something?
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
One thing that you said that I liked is the mentality.
Yes.
Yes, that mentality is key. For now, it's only Morocco that has that because a lot of their players.
Cape Verde, how they got
How they
it?
go somewhere, they go
Yeah.
somewhere. Cape Verde, I tell you, say a holistic
Okay,
revolution.
holistic, okay.
When you work with your mind, nobody can break the mind. It's like I said, it's a Japanese kind of pattern that everything about you is all about
Yeah,
that.
I'm the best.
Kaizen, you are all about that. So when you put it like that, whether they are going to be running, whether they're going to be selling akara,
No, whatever
Anything
you're
they
doing.
do, they will be that. They will bring that Creole. They will bring that mentality. The Cape Verde. That's how they do. That's why when they were losing, they were still dancing. They were still partying because it was like, Baba, you will do your thing, but we will do our thing.
We're having fun.
So only Cape Verde and Morocco somehow have displayed this mentality. If a Super Eagle had gone to the World Cup, they would have crashed out from group stage and not put water for mat, because it's not even because of how you no, it's the football don't show us say the Germany not crash out, the Brazil not crash out.
The Germans has there's something
Make
in Germany, you know.
make
Let me tell you about-
a land this thing,
okay,
make a land this one at all. It's not just
Yeah.
having the skilled players. It's also knowing how to, especially when you're moving through the tournament, how to use your player at the right time. For instance, Ivory Coast didn't bring their best player as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Amad Diallo. He didn't start. It was when they were bringing people in. The same problem that South Korea did, that they didn't bring their best player in. You are looking for goals in the game that you need to secure. You don't start with Song Yumin. I mean, they investigate for corruption now for their side. Same thing too for Amad Diallo. Your most clutch player, when you find goals for the build-up for the qualifiers, that guy showed up. And then you face you knockout game, a possible knockout game, and you don't start with him. No, you bring your best legs out, and all the other youngins will be the X factor. It's like you are bringing that or not, and then talk about the mentality. They had it all. It's just that they didn't put the ingredients right. The people that messed me up, discombobulate, annihilate, and abrogate my. If I was so bad, my sister, I watched the match. I know if you watch and finish for the final minutes. I come out, I go begin, they put things on my mouth, they take things, make it be say I'm not this sad, and just the verse of people. Senegal, it was just a waste of talent, waste of coaching chops, waste of opportunity. They didn't have the mentality. Even as they were, in quotes, champions of Africa, they didn't show champion spirit. Because if you have something together as your core, you would know what to do on the global stage. I will say this and say this again. So, shout out again to the teams that showed grace. Even when they lose, they showed grace. What do they call her? Cape Verde.
Yeah, that's the team.
A classic example.
That's the only team.
You can see why Bobista is the coach of Africa. If that guy finished this World Cup as he don't finish now, I just say people, big names, they come for him. He deserves everything. That 54-year-old, that not be 54 baby. That guy deserves everything. Because every game I've seen that guy, since I started to observe him. Now 2 years ago, I started to observe him. And everything he has been doing, it has spoken to excellence. Man management is not about having the
game
most
management. Yes,
game management and
that is also
mentality.
key. Yes,
They never folded. They never waka the bench.
We saw the goalkeeper, 50 million followers on Instagram at the
But
moment.
no, it don't really. No, 25.6.
Okay, 25.
The guy from 500,000 roughly. I'll be 50,000 roughly.
That's a lot.
Right.
Okay, that's a whole lot. Now, I'm talking about. He made about 8 saves in that. I mean,
Baba.
8
Every
saves in
match
that.
almost.
So we
we
talking
forgot
about,
Ghana.
Yeah.
Ghana did well. Ghana did well. They showed us that they had 2 fantastic goalkeepers. Waiting that Ziggy do and waiting Emmanuel Asare do.
Okay.
Oh my Lord. A very big statement for local goalkeeper from Hearts of Oak and an international goalkeeper that their eye is on the money. If Ghana
the saves he made. The saves he made.
Unfortunately, it's just you think they for not put time for that match.
I thought Ghana could have.
They could have. That game, you were just waiting for. At least I was just waiting for one small thing, just small level of
Something
intensity.
that could
A
click.
pace like I miss them Kudus, prime
burst.
Kudus. Yeah, that guy would have walked and killed himself on the line to push something. I didn't see the example of an Ajayi, for instance. Make I raise this week where me not fuck on my head. Ajayi for me, he had no business there. I love respecting senior men, but when you are going for people like them, Ronaldo and the rest, you should look at other people that have senior men that are not actually doing work.
Sometimes when
you have no single shots. You can't walk up, they start you. You don't get a single shot on target. For how many matches? And are you a striker? Or have you been struck? Which one you be? Make you talk.
He's been struck.
He been struck.
He's been struck, so he couldn't strike. That's the reason.
Give me.
So I think for Africans' performance, so we've not really given up to the Moroccan teams and the Egyptians and Cape Verde. So these are the teams for.
Ha! Dima Maghreb. Viva Morocco. Dima Egypt. Viva Egypt. Anything that they call ourselves,
the Pharaohs.
See, we they talk about what people they do for Argentina. You know what Egypt they do for Salah. Yeah. For Salah, they know it's his last song.
Yeah.
All them are sure.
Everywhere.
They're putting their bodies in.
I mean,
that's what you want to see. if you
the way the players are coming together, that's actually what I love about the Egyptian team. Yes, Mamouche be missed a lot of chances.
Mamouche they miss up and down, but the others
but the others are coming up, to ensure that yes, something is given. So that's what I love about the Egyptians. That's what I love about the Moroccans. Moroccans are proving that the semi-final that they got to in the last World Cup wasn't a fluke. They're building on that, and of course, the coach, when he mentioned that the possibility of them winning this World Cup is actually there, all they need to do is to take it. So I'm beginning to believe in him, because I didn't at first, but he took his team to the World Cup. They won the World Cup at under 20 level. This is the senior level. Yes, you have more,
and a few of the boys followed him for that.
A few of the boys, you have more teams like France who are refusing, who doesn't even know how to lose anymore.
Yeah.
You have teams like Argentina who doesn't know how to lose anymore.
FIFA picking.
No matter what the Cape Verde did to them, throw everything at them, but somehow the FIFA picking in them, they had to come to the party. That's
because if you ask me, they said they served their red card for their greatest. now for the World Cup, and by now, if you ask me, Argentina for the
No. You're missing. Ronaldo was the one that was served red card.
No, that one. No. I'm not the miss what I talk.
Yeah.
Now the Algeria, I know, because
Okay,
I'm still playing for Nigerian brothers. Like say Messi chop red card. Oh boy, the officiating and the carding for this World Cup. You don't let me. Are you in Nigeria? Are you in Nigeria? This is the most Nigerian World Cup I have ever seen. Man.
No. We are not. See, we are a country of excellence. Yes.
Man.
I know that sometimes man happens in football.
A lot of
times.
But
then the law of football is one everywhere. That's why every corner you play football, the law is the same.
Ooh.
Now, have we finished celebrating our African team?
I bet Morocco, well done, no. Morocco is going to be facing tough opposition. But God! Egypt, God! Hey! God! Do it! We need an African in the semi-final.
Yeah.
We need at least, if God will do and say we get 2 African.
In the
See,
semi-final.
I don't care right
at
now.
Least one,
as long as they're in the same continent. I don't care.
At least one will go and play third place again.
Okay, then maybe
let's see how it goes. But then when you still have France in the mix, and then you still have Norway, who shocked. Was I surprised that Brazilians are out? I'm not surprised.
Those ones.
They were not one of my favorites coming into this World Cup. But when Norway found a way out of the Brazilians, and there were no way for
there was no way. You go church now.
No way for the Brazilians to actually sneak through.
Baba, there was way. They were wasteful. Even make a flog.
When I mean there is no way, because Norway did not create the pathway for them to go through.
No, they break them all. You see the thing, eh? You see the thing. There's a lot, eh? They were overlapping at the time.
Yes,
but you see Brazil.
But did they score?
See, you see my problem. When you see opportunity to collect wife, collect the wife.
Yes.
Not they talk. Not they cho. Not they say what are we?
That's
Come on, hold on. You see no way. Then hold on.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That they didn't create the pathway. You're not getting my point.
The
Brazilian, did they play? Yes, they play. But did they score?
For this stage, we don't want dribble. Just they give us power.
So there is no way they could score against the Norwegians. So the Vikings came to conquer, and conquered. They did. So now, if you're taking out 5-time champions, despite losing to France, I thought that loss to France 4-1 would be their downer. But they didn't look at that
mentality on points.
That's the strength I'm talking about. So the Viking spirits in them decide, you know what? Yes, we are facing the Brazilians. Yes, there is Neymar there, but then Neymar came in as a sub. But it's no longer the name you used to know. So how many Brazilians don't have that fear factor you used to see? I didn't see that in them. That's why they were not even in the picture.
Brazilian be like former principal Pikin when they come school, come to say they see the fear and Baba, they go flog you. They will flog you.
He's totally gone. So we are not looking at teams who haven't lost. You're looking at Argentina, you're looking at France. So those two teams may end up playing in the final again. But then outside that,
I think Mbappe wants to face Messi.
Outside that, it could happen. But then when you were talking about excellence, and then what I've noticed in this World Cup is the FIFA rules. When you have IFAB, you have a rule and say when a player gets a card, automatically gets suspended for the next day. So if you have the political will, the firepower, the legal teams that can pull out some stops and ensure that, you know what, this is our best players, giving up 3 goals so far, he cannot be suspended.
Man activated
in the other game, and you activate your plan and you're able to deal with it. It's good to go. But then you're setting a precedent that in the middle of a tournament, players have gotten cards already. the countries did not call across to put a call across. They didn't put a call across. Maybe the King of England should be doing something at the moment.
I guess say France Federation doesn't they want to come out their yellows
or whatever they want to do. But I don't know what's going to happen at the end. Maybe by the time this podcast is out on Tuesday morning or later tonight, we should get updates on that. But at the moment, the Belgian Football Federation are angry. UEFA, they brought out a statement to say that no, this is not done anywhere in the world. Because yes, we've had red card being rescinded and suspended. Cristiano Ronaldo is an example coming in. But this was before the World Cup. Now we are talking about in tournament. Now, Balogun, Folarin Balogun is a player we've celebrated so well. I mean, he's fantastic. He got the card. Yes, was it deserved? No. We have seen players who've gotten cards that were not deserved. For instance, let's look at the Nations Cup that just in Africa, where Calvin Bassey was given a card. So it was like he was fouled, he was given a card and was sent off.
Like as how?
And
nobody,
nothing happened.
NFF, I need to let the rights they use to take the appeal.
Nothing happened. But when the coach Mauricio Pochettino mentioned at the press conference that they will appeal the red card, I understood what he was trying to say. They were angry. They were going to appeal. And what did they do? Appeal they did. They had to call in the man who is funding him, literally speaking. I mean, the man responsible for sourcing funds for the
Just say
US Soccer Federation to get money to pay Mauricio Pochettino. When he heard about what Mauricio Pochettino thought, okay, fine, we can actually make do with this. What did he do? He spoke to the Soccer Federation. They brought out their legal people and, of course, called the president. And the president said, you know what, I'll give you all the legal thing that you need. And what happened? They went through the FIFA disciplinary committee, and the committee looked at their appeal and said, okay, actually, it was actually a wrong decision. You know what? Let's give him a suspended, suspended game.
Is a suspended game or a suspended ban?
If you check,
I don't they watch football since. You see this law, Cece.
I think there's always a
loophole they did. Yes. But that's the thing.
The point now is
for the gain of the sportsmanship. Why you they bring all these legalists they enter?
That's why when this legal aspect comes out, and then you know that there's a loophole for you not to create a pathway for every country to start appealing a red card during a tournament, you turn it down. That's what you should do. So we don't set a precedent. Now, every country is saying that any player that was sent off mistakenly, or maybe he was so soft. We don't know what's soft, but we know that once there is a foul, there's a foul. So you don't open that kind of warmth for it to come out. So that's what that's what they've done. So the integrity of football at the moment is at stake. So if FIFA if they don't want to start a precedent that they cannot, see to the end.
No offense. Who na they ban for safety? Now for America, when not be football powerhouse, no offense. Una no ban for Spain. Una no ban for Germany. Una no ban for Brazil. Una no ban for France. Now for America, una they ban for. That's why all the other federations will protest, because you see football has been here for almost, I know that it's England that started it, but football has been here for over 100 years. And if all the others, if you were right, you are not banned for hand of God. Do you get that they didn't ban for hand of God?
No, that was then. Now we have a lot, because they were complaining because of the chip that was put on the ball. A lot of freezes. The freeze, the slow-mo and the freeze is the one. That's the reason why the red card was given. But then it's been given. Automatically the player is suspended. There's no room for.
Keep it moving. Stop crying over speak me. You have 22 players you brought to the squad.
Now we understand that things can be done. I'm sure they're actually learning from CAF, because when a team won a World Cup, a decision was made by the
months after
and say, okay, you know what? When the appeal was made and everything was clear. Senegal won, and then what happened? Morocco decided to do, you know what? Let's submit let's appeal this decision by CAF. And then they were very angry. They appealed the decision. And what happened to appeal committee and say, the disciplinary committee already said Senegal won from what they brought out. They appealed to the appeal committee made up of lawyers.
Appeal of the appeal.
And the lawyers
so it was lawyers that decided.
You know what? Okay, there's actually a rule here that says, okay, if you walk out, you forfeit. They had to carry that one,
recook
it and give
one
it to
the banga soup turn out to banga rice.
Now they've won. And then Senegal decided, you know what? This will end here. We are going to CAS. Will the Belgian team go to CAS if they lose the game to the US? And maybe Folarin Balogun is the one that scored.
You know, say CAS not too far from Belgium. See, if it was me, there was something that Colin Udo in ESPN wrote, and I think I like that article. because the integrity of the sport, let the politicians politicize, right? But if not maybe Mauricio Pochettino, from waiting Colin to talk, and I appreciate it, I will not start that guy. I'll put him on the bench. Let the politicians do their politics. Because if he puts that guy in, anything they get out of this, good, bad, or ugly, they've already set themselves up to be targets. And you are saying that this one man no play, you miss one no go fit play. It's a team sport. It's a team sport. For instance, okay, Canada crashed out. But before they crashed out, the game before they crashed out, they had their key man, Alphonso Davies. He was out of it. He was out of it. They tried to shook him in for part of the match, but he couldn't do anything. Guess what? The players gathered together and played on behalf of him. Another one of their key men had already gotten injury and had cast, I think, the second game into the World Cup, and they still play. You have to show that Omona get the mentality to play, whether a guy is there or is not there. Ronaldo not play the final minutes of the game. Did they not still score? Did they not still finish work? Messi sometimes he goes through up for this thing. Do they not still score? They still do stuff. So if not me, Pochettino, I would not start the guy. But you know what? This is why we love this twilight zone. Mokuna, they do our work now to observe and know that, okay, if it's good for the goose, it's also good for Uganda. And I will do my own too. After first to do, not the pay.
There's something I want to read out.
Read it.
Concerning
we'll
what
close
you
this work now.
Yeah, that's how we are going to close the show. It says the press release that came out from the statement from UEFA says, when the sanctity of rules is no longer guaranteed by its guardians.
Sanctity! Let's speak grammar. Continue.
The integrity of the game is at stake.
Okay.
And the credibility of a competition is undermined.
Okay.
Equally, such decision creates a precedent in the ongoing tournament where similar situations will now require an equal treatment to the detriment of the competition. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier.
Make we see final now. Maybe you say they not get the result. Players go walk off the pitch.
And then
I'm ready for the chaos.
So CAF started it in January. Morocco started it. And then the CAF decided to dance to the team. And then Senegal went to CAS. The case is still in CAS, at the moment. So let's see how this will play out. Infantino, you've done yourself a good job in this particular
Fantastic
one. Because
job,
this World Cup will be talked about years to come. Except something else happened. And I think it will happen because Morocco, Portugal, and Spain
they're not going
hosting the next one.
They're not going to agree.
Watch this.
He not going to agree. That tripartite one, this version, Africa and Europe, una go see them. Una go feel am. Don't worry. Anything not America cook, we can do it better. Yeah, you don't even know. Oh, anyway, my people.
Suspended. We here in this part of the world, we are used to suspended sentence. For instance, MPFL, you hear them saying suspended 3 points deduction.
Now be Spain, they suspend up and down.
But now we are having suspended sentence.
You think you are good at it?
So they are learning a lot. So when you want to learn some of these trickery and the way to actually manipulate the law,
they don't know us.
Come to Nigeria. We do it better.
Come to Africa.
Cleanly.
Come to Africa. Come to Spain.
It's never messy. We do it cleanly in a very clean way.
Thank you for making it official. Make we carry export the entire exam.
Do you understand?
We go do our weather. We go do our officials. My people, I wanted to close this, but I can't close it without two things that really was really cool. One of them being our girl Oluchi, Mnet face of Africa. Once upon a time, a son Ugo Chukwu, who had a fantastic race. In the Formula 3, which is Cece say, Formula 3 is not like a university. This is just a secondary school work. He has not graduated, but you know what? He had an historic run or an historic race. 17 second 90 gap everybody. In fact, every lap he was gapping everybody by 1 second. Now if you do that chalet race when they do for race car something, now chalet race now they chase it. If you do that one, you go no say, oh boy, to get that kind of skill is really big. So congratulations. I hope say director go put her editor Abina. Who did they call her? Director, editor. Put the race. Make they see that part when we say as the guy don't go. You see 2 market women go sell their market, come back. Before you see 2-3 motor come they follow. I say, now race with this. But you see the thing, the shoemakers of the world, the our meetings of the world, among other people, they did this kind of races. They were impressive in the lower levels and then they jumped up. So I like to see it for the boy. Still a teenager. And he's a fine teenager. That fine Nigerian boy, but they do America because now they're born now. But we go claim him. The way they claim Olise as a data boy. We go claim him. So congratulations for that. Another thing that I really love, now a guy from your side, Edo boy. We did mention, was it one of the names we mentioned for the NFL draft some months ago? Davison Igbinosun. He came
He
into
was
night.
born, yeah.
Came into night. Fantastic guy. He's a cornerback for the NYC New York Buffaloes. And the guy can't do some charity work. Now, I waka the waka when I go see some of the things. He say all of us should be part of the system of making things better.
Yeah.
So one thing that stood out for me for Igbinosun was
Yeah.
he's a guy that believes in God. So you know that thing when we say what they do when we say stuff happens and we say, God, I want something. And if this thing happens, I have vowed to you that I'm going to do certain things.
What Steph Curry's kind of.
That's you get.
Yeah.
Ha! See, when I sat with him, he was so rounded. He came with his friends, childhood friends from secondary school and university. They had never been to Africa. The Americans were saying, oh boy, the school that they teach us in America, the Africa is really a dead place too. I didn't know that Africa even had things like elevator. My guy, you understand? Yeah, you get. Anyway, I just want to say that this guy, he vowed to God that if he got the draft, he was going to pour back. And not just pour back to getting you, but also to different places, orphanages and whatnot. So even the school he came to in Lagos, they call it Sinclair, and one of those ghetto schools where say government don't renovate. Because when we put them out there, and some people went on did that ghetto, Jeremy fellow towards a papa side. Oh boy, for me to even locate the place, when they try you, everywhere not normal for Lagos. Some get boat water, some get normal water, some get. But when we got there, my God, the love, the energy.
Yeah, well, the people.
It was so. God will bless
the
reception, and when you see a man of God, a child of God, when you see a family that put God in the center, it's not by shouting and putting it on your chest and shouting, I'm a child of God, I'm a child of God. It's by action. Love is action. So when I saw that, I was really encouraged. I was really, I arranged my wig again. I was really encouraged, my dear. So now I will put vow to God now. When the vow when we say go come, make it be said the thing just click. I go take a page of that guy book and I go try pay him forward again. So I hope when I see the thing and when I give him encouragement, when I show him love, the Nigeria boy when we say beneath to the world, but he did one across Nigeria and he started with Lagos, books, book materials, calculators, study materials, bags, even sanitary towels. Baba, you see the things we take for granted, it's everything to people, some people. And when I saw it was even he they give the children the original number. I said, you they give children the original number. Baba, you don't know say they go bomb you with. He said that's okay. If I have the time,
the ones it can actually help. I love this giving back people. I mean, my mind always goes back to Jalen Brown, who did a lot of things in Boston and everything, and he's not really celebrated enough. The youngest American, black or white, any color you want to think about, the lecture in Harvard and what he's doing with the Boston community and everything. So, when people combine education or charity work and everything. Oh,
and he's an educated boy, yo.
Yeah, yes.
All star be honor student,
honor student. The guy, that's
same thing too for IGB.
Too. So that's when you have players like this who are doing so well academically, and also it doesn't just end there. They spread it, bring it back home. It's something to really look forward to. So big ups to Igbinosun. Big ups to them.
Thank you.
What he's really doing for the community, and hopefully, you get more support to be able to continue doing what you're doing.
Oh yeah. So wherever you are, please. Doesn't matter what you look like. If your art is right, pay forward. You want to
I think
something?
Yes, something. I mean, it happened last Sunday, not this Sunday.
So you wanted to hide this?
Because we had Mama here the last time. So I mean, there was a lot of things to
Amelia, Shala.
To put in. It was talking about the Kenny Bednarek, who she decided to come home and then hosted the first ever boxing show, ever. All female
fight, but why you no coming
all
now?
Female boxing show.
I mean,
that Sunday it was rainy, cats, dogs, elephants, everywhere you can think of in Lagos. But at the National Stadium, Surulere, Kenny Bednarek decided to come up with all 24 female boxers gathered together in one place. It was entertaining. It was something else. You get to see some of the women, throwing the punches. But something that they're taking away from it is the fact that they usually don't get enough competitions like this.
Yeah.
So the more they get, the more they will understand where they are. And of course, it gives them something. And some of the female boxers were actually doing something as one. She's a hairdresser. And also she's an entrepreneur. She said wristwatches and some other things. So she's a businesswoman, but she's a boxer.
But if I be celebrity,
pretty babe like this.
Now makeup artist when I be do boxing, now go they employ me, they follow me, they work. So that go fit the as he do my face, if he they
so we have some of them, who came through. I think that's really something. Talking about paying it forward.
Yes, please.
She said when she was, in the country, she didn't have opportunity to attend so many boxing competition. So now all female opportunity and it's come to stay. She's going to be doing it every year. So shout out to all the athletes who are doing wonderfully well.
I'm paying it forward.
I'm paying it
and
forward.
you're not going to get into wahala, carrying gun and fighting with baby mama and getting into jail because of things that illegal. Please, that's not the eye we want to be seeing for our athletes. So I'm not going to call names, but I know how they be, because some of these people, when we say cast for our athletes, you guys are my family friends as well. That's not a good sign. This is what we want to see from you. When you have the opportunities, use it. Elevate your family, intergenerational wealth. And you know what? Come back and show people that it is possible. Guy, if you see the way these kids, they believe say possible. Now this guy bust here, he dey okay. And they do drugs, they do things, everything che. You they see team, everything clean. All those big motor now they fine. They drive him, and they tell you say, Baba, I knock my book, Baba, I run my run, Baba, I they do the things.
Drafted.
And
so then he's excellent in his sports.
Especially when they talk Olodo uprising. That's not happening here with sports
at all. And then when you see Kenny Bednarek and the female boxers who participate, you won't even know they're boxers.
Fine guess.
Well dressed.
Until you go ginger them, they go bangolize you.
But then when you see a pretty girl on the road and you want to embarrass her, just be careful that she's not a boxer. You get it. So that's what we're taking away from this show.
Okay, we're taking this away now. Over to you. We're going to leave it out. Please enjoy the rest of your week and keep rooting for the African teams. I know that the black-skinned ones have left, but we are the ones that are Africans in our geography. And honestly speaking, keep all the fight for corner. We need to get Africans into that final. And I believe that even an African nation should be able to win it. We should have won it this time. I'm hoping that the two when they will make a strong case. What if it's an African final? Yeah. Miracle, not the tire Jesus when they worry you. Anyway, my name is Chief Swore and Cece.
I'm Cece.
Okay. Keep watching the Cece and Chief Swore show. Catch you on the other side. Catch you on all platforms for Sports Fiber. And then stay jiggy. Boku.